Guys, this is our ASE project, the cooler cart. Sit back and relax as we show you our journey along building this project. What's up, guys? This is our ASE project, the cooler cart. I'm Ryan.
I'm Parker.
I'm Simone.
And we want to say a thank you to my grandpa, Jack, for helping us out along the way and being our mentor.
What if a cooler wasn't just something you carried around, but something you could actually ride? We thought it would be cool to take a normal cooler and turn it into something way more fun and interactive. Instead of just hauling your stuff, you could actually hop on and move with it. Our idea was simple: take something basic and turn it into something you can actually use in a completely different way.
Our main goal was to create something that's strong, easy to control, and actually practical for real-life use. We started with the frame, which we built out of cut wood. We chose wood because it's easy to work with, but still strong enough to support the cooler and all the added components. After building it, we painted it black to give it a cleaner look. Since the frame holds everything together, we made sure it was sturdy and well balanced so the cart wouldn't tip over while moving. Another big part of our plan was making sure the cart could handle different environments. That's why we used thick wheels, which allow it to move smoothly over surfaces like grass, pavement, and uneven ground. This makes the cart more reliable and useful outdoors, instead of only working on flat surfaces. For control, we added a scooter-style handle. We chose this because it's simple and familiar, so it makes steering the cart feel natural and easy. It also gives the user better control over direction and movement. We also focus on how everything fits together as one system. The cooler sits securely on top of the frame, and all the parts are arranged in a way that keeps the cart stable while it's in motion. Overall, our plan was to keep the design simple but effective, focusing on strength, stability, and ease of use while still making the cart practical and efficient.
Underneath and at the back of our cooler cart is the electrical system that powers everything. The e-bike battery, which is at the back of the cooler cart, is the main power source as it sends electricity through the wires to the control box and the motors. The wires connect all the components, allowing power to flow where it's needed. The control box underneath the cooler cart acts like the brain of the system. It controls how much power goes to the motors when we press the throttle and makes sure everything runs smoothly. The battery on the back of the cart is also detachable, which makes it easy to charge without moving the whole cart. Overall, the battery provides the power, the wires carry it, and the control box manages it so that the cart can function properly.
When choosing the cooler, we need to think beyond just storage and focus on how it would feel to sit on and ride. The size needed to be big enough to support a person comfortably, but not so large that it became hard to control or move. We also need to consider the height, since it affects how natural it feels to sit and balance. The top had to be sturdy and flat so it could act like a seat without bending or feeling unstable. Overall, we picked a cooler that balanced comfort, stability, and practicality, so it would work both as a cooler and something you could actually ride.
Here you can see the braking system on our cooler cart. These brakes work by squeezing the disc rotor attached to the wheel, which creates friction and slows the cart down until it stops. Since our cart didn't originally come with the brake mount, we had to design and build one ourselves. We drilled into the metal frame and used carriage bolts to securely attach the brake mount. We have the brake line wired under and up on the handlebars to stop our cart when you squeeze the handlebars. This allows us to properly align the brake caliper with the rotor so the system works safely and effectively. Here you can see the motors that are built directly into the wheels of our cooler cart. These are called hub motors, and instead of having a separate motor connected by chains or belts, the motor is actually designed inside the wheel itself. This design makes the system more compact and efficient and allowed for an easier installment on our cooler cart. When we press the throttle, electrical energy flows from the battery to these motors through wires. The motors then convert that electrical energy into mechanical motion, which spins the wheels and moves the cart forward. Because the motors are inside the wheels, they provide smooth and direct power with fewer moving parts, which reduces maintenance and improves reliability. This setup is a key part of what makes our cooler cart electric and easy to operate.
For the future of the project, we want to keep improving and refining it so it works better and looks more put together. That means cleaning up the design, strengthening the structure, and making sure everything is more stable and reliable when someone rides it. We also want to focus on the appearance by making it look more polished and professional. Over the summer, we plan to use it and see how it performs, how comfortable it is, and what problems come up over time. This will help us figure out what needs to be fixed or improved. After testing it out and getting some real use out of it, we will decide if it's worth something taking further, like upgrading it even more or possibly trying to sell it depending on how well it works and how practical it ends up being. And last but not least, make sure to use a helmet at all times while riding the cooler cart. Thank you for watching our video.
We would like to give a special shout out to all the mentors that helped us along the way. Thank you to my grandpa Jack.
Thank you, Mr. Barrett.
Thank you, Mr. Hayes.
See y'all.